For any of us who's ever considered going into the entertainment industry, there's always been that question in the initial stages. Do I have potential? You have to have that slight bit of question. Do I really know what I'm doing? Is this something I want to get into? And if you don't have that thought, then there's always someone there to give it to you. Do you think you could really do this? You think you're good enough? You sure this is something you want to do? Whether you're a singer, dancer, actor, model, it doesn't matter. Comedians, everyone wants to know at some point, do I really have the potential to do this? Let's talk about it today on Entertainment Industry Answers. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Entertainment Industry Answers. This is the first episode and I want to talk a little bit about what this series is going to be. You know, I've been in this industry for over 30 years professionally, and when I got into it, I had a ton of questions. One in particular is, do I have the potential to do what I want to do? Be it sing, dance, act, model, it doesn't matter. We want to know. Today's episode, we're going to talk about potential. In general, this series is to answer all questions. So as it goes on, there'll be different episodes addressing different things. You guys will inbox me and let me know what are some of the questions you have. I'm going to be answering a lot of them, and I'm going to be bringing a lot of my superstar, legendary, iconic entertainer friends to come in and share from their experiences as well. My name is Romeo Johnson. I'm an international celebrity vocal coach. But I'm much more than a vocal coach. I've toured for 30 plus years, and I've sang with Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Queen Latifah, Neo, Ollie Woodson from The Temptations, Vesta Williams. It goes on and on and on. I was kind of young when I started, and I've been in this game for a long time. So I'm sharing from years and years of experience as a touring vocalist and as a touring bass guitarist. And then I started to do television. So I was the vocal director and vocal coach on MTV's Star Maker with P. Diddy.
I have equipped y'all with probably the strongest team I've ever seen. Romeo, he has vocal coached everybody. He's vocal coaching me right now. I tried to get y'all the best.
I was the vocal director and vocal coach on MTV's P. Diddy's Making His Name. And I was the vocal coach on NBC's The Voice, seasons 1 through 4.
Hey everybody, I am here with Romeo, the official vocal coach to the artist.
Hi, my name is Romeo Johnson. I'm the vocal coach to the contestant.
In the selections made for making his band, I was very instrumental in picking singers.
Vocalist, what's up? Morgan Mallory. Amira Perkins, Jayla Sims. Tommy Brooks, Big Red Ford, Mama Nina, Teacher Marine, Dawn Brain, Superstar Charity, Stephon Peace, Megan Buckley, Ashton Turner.
So I had to see in a matter of seconds sometimes who had potential to do great on the show. Seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 of The Voice, I was the vocal expert that toured with the casting company. So I went from city to city all through America, and we figured out, sometimes listening to thousands of singers in a day, you know, who can be advanced within sometimes 10 to 30 to 60 seconds. And a lot of that was really on me as the vocal expert to help the casting team out. So prior to that, I was a vocal contractor. So I would hire people and put people on gigs, sometimes touring, sometimes doing jingles, recording sessions, award shows, all kind of things. So when it comes to singing and potential, that's something that I've been a big part of for many years. I'm going to try to gear this episode towards people who are just starting, people who are young, maybe just getting into this industry, or this could very well be for your niece and nephew that is interested in you want help. Many times I get contacted and people are saying, listen to my daughter or listen to my nephew and tell me what you think. You know, I think he sounds pretty good, but I want to hear from a professional. Does he have potential? Exactly. I want to talk from an expert angle, what exactly that means and how do you determine whether you have potential or not. In my opinion, there are 3 types of singers. So you have these singers who are just born amazing. They just come out, and as a kid, they're singing and they're doing things that are incredible, and it seems so natural and so effortless. And it's just like, wow, how are they hearing that? Well, these are like the young Michael Jacksons of the world. The young, nowadays, the young Jasmine Sullivan. Everyone is amazed with Jasmine Sullivan, but for those who are real fans, you know that she's been singing like that even when she was a kid. So these people are the young phenoms. The second group of people are people who have a nice voice. They just need a little help. They need guidance with technique. You know, maybe sometimes in addition to technique, sometimes they need to be boosted in other areas like confidence and things like that. But they have a good foundation to be worked upon. There's a third group of people who are tone deaf. Now, tone deaf is a term that we use often jokingly, whether we're referring to ourselves or some of our friends. If we don't think they're sounding really good singing, we'll say, oh my God, you're tone deaf. Or some people say, I can't sing, I'm tone deaf. So we throw the term around very loosely and sometimes jokingly, but actually it's a very serious condition and it is a real thing, but it's not very common. Let me try to explain. Being tone deaf is to the audio what being colorblind is to the visual. So just like you could see a blue item and 4 or 5 other people can look at the same item and agree this is blue, a colorblind person will be very adamant that it's green, and that's what they see. You can go back and forth all day, they're going to see green. Okay, so that person is not going to be the person that you want to hire in a job that calls for color coding. So if you can't see it, then I can't hold you responsible for hitting it as a target. It's the same with being tone deaf. You know, if I play a C on the keyboard and you sing an E, but you don't hear that it's 2 different notes, you're singing an E and you really think that you're singing the same note that I'm playing. And I'm trying to tell you that's a different note. That's a problem. In my professional opinion, if you're not tone deaf, you have potential to absolutely be a better singer. Now, that means you're willing to put in the work, put in the time. You can absolutely become a better singer by learning ear training, breathing techniques, placement. You can become a better singer. No one can tell you whether you have a career of stardom ahead of you. Potential to be a better singer. If you're not tone deaf, I think that's a possibility. If you're tone deaf, listen, God can do all things. I'll never tell you what you can't do. But in my 30 years of coaching, there's been 2 people that I've had that were literally tone deaf. And I told them honestly what the situation was. And I said, I don't want to continue to take your money because I don't think I have the capability to get you where I want you to be for the money that I'm charging you. So what are some of the early signs that can indicate that you have potential, that you're natural? You know, lots of times you'll hear celebrities talk in interviews or whatever, and you'll hear them say things like, from what I remember or from what I was told, my parents said that at age 2, I was singing along with a commercial and I was in perfect pitch. Or my dad was singing to me when I was a kid and I started singing along with him and they said that I matched every note with him, note by note, and they knew that I had potential. Or you may hear some of them say, I was in middle school and I would just kind of sing along with the radio. And my friends would say to me, man, you sound just like the record. You sound so much like the singer. You got a really cool voice. These are cool signs that can let you know at an early stage that you have potential. But what if you're shy? What if you're shy and you think you have a nice voice? This is something that you like to do, is sing to yourself, but you never really allow people to hear you sing, so you don't really get feedback. You want to know for yourself, do I have potential? But no one can tell you because you're too shy to let them hear you. So what do you do in that situation? You have to be your own judge. How do you do that? You have to record yourself. I suggest that you record yourself via audio and video. Use your iPhone, use your laptop, use whatever you need to use, but record yourself because you're going to have to be your own judge. Now, after you record yourself, brace yourself, because you got to listen back with the mindset that you're not listening to you.
Huh? What?
I want you to listen to this as if you're hearing a stranger. Okay, so I want you to not be too hard on yourself, but be realistic. When you hear this playback, prepare yourself. You're probably not going to like it. Most singers don't like when they hear themselves back. Even professionals sometimes, still, we don't like to hear ourselves back because we don't sound like we think we sound. So brace yourself, but be honest. Play it back. Close your eyes. Take a second to breathe before you hit that play button. And think, if this was someone else that I was listening to for the first time, I don't know this person, I'm just hearing them, what would my honest response be? Would I hear this recording and go, nice voice, this person has a nice voice? Or would I say, I think this person could be okay, but they need some work, you know? Or would you say, please stop. Stop him, cut it out, don't sing anymore? Well, because we're our worst critics, it could very likely be that response. But this does not mean that you don't have potential. Like I said, we're hard on ourselves. I do need you to go through that recording stage because I need you to be ready to hear the mistakes. You've got to acknowledge it first. Then, if you hear it and you just think, oh my God, this is so bad, I don't even want to pursue it, it's a decision for you to make. But let's just say you hear it and go, I don't think I sound that good, but I really want to pursue this. I want to be better. What do? Now it's time for you to make a decision. I need to get other opinions on this. I need to figure out, is there something that can be done to make me better? So you're going to start letting people hear you.
Huh?
Now you're going to get all kinds of different responses. You're going to get one type of response from your mom. You're going to get another type of response from your friends. You got to gauge them. Because you could sound not so great, and your mom may tell you sound amazing regardless. You know, but you know what? You got to listen to those inflections. Listen to mama's inflections. That's what lets you know, right? Or you might run up on a hater, and they may tell you, you sound horrible no matter what. And then you got to watch that energy. Listen to mama's inflections. Watch the other people's energy. What do I mean by that? So if you play something that for your mom, or you sing something for your mom, and she goes, you sound good, baby. You sound good, baby. You sound good. See all those inflections? You sound good. You sound good. Oh, baby, you sound good. Or, you sound good. Watch those inflections. But then on the other hand, if you play it for someone and they go, sucks, it's horrible, you sound horrible, that's really harsh. So watch the energy. Is the energy real hard? That means they're probably trying to shoot your dreams down. Because anyone who really cares about you, even if you sound horrible and they are very honest, it's still going to be a level of love. It's going to be a disappointment. You're going to see an energy in them that's going to be like, oh my God, yeah, it doesn't sound that good, babe. I'm sorry. I mean, you don't sound that good. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you should get a coach or something. Maybe you should just keep practicing. That's honesty coming from someone who loves you. You got to make that decision. Is this something I want to do? Is this something I want to pursue? I want to get, like when you go in the medical field, I want to get another opinion, a second opinion. So you got to ultimately get to the point where you can listen for yourself, be your judge, get critiques from other people, watch the inflections, watch the energy. Okay, these are things that can let you know exactly what's happening. Now, there's another approach. Obviously, this is not going to be for the people who are shy, but the people who are not shy and don't mind singing around people. Just kind of start singing. You know, something comes on the radio, sing with it. Something comes on television, sing along with it, and watch the reaction. Now, let's just say you start singing and everyone turns and looks like, oh, you didn't tell me you could sing? Well, there you go. It's a good sign. Oh my God, you sound good. That's that pleasantly surprised response. Dang, you killing it. You sound good. Great response. That's a good sign. On the other hand, if they turn the television up or turn the radio up in the car, they're trying to drown you out. You start singing, they just start cranking the volume. You looking at them, they're looking away. Not a good sign. Or they start to crank up meaningless conversation. You start singing. Hey. You going to the game this week? You going to the game?
Game? What game?
It's not a game this week? No game?
It's no game. What are you talking about?
Oh, my bad. I was thinking it was a game. I was going to ask you if you was going to go to the game.
Ain't even no game. What are you talking about?
You start back singing. Hey. So, but if it was a game, what would you have worn? What would you have worn? Like, what would you wear when you go to the game?
What?
I'm just saying, like, when you go to the game, what kind of stuff you wear when you go to the game?
You sound crazy right now.
Hey. See, those are those signs. Translation. Stop singing. Yeah, you need to put some work in. Sometimes they just totally give you no response. That's when you start singing and they're hoping, maybe if I just ignore her or him, he'll just stop. You did. You get to crooning, thinking you're crooning. Woo! That means maybe if I give this person no energy, they may stop. I'm laughing and I'm making a joke of it, but I'm being for real. These are things to look out for. How do they respond to you? These are ways to know if you got potential. With all that being said, maybe there are areas that you are lacking or that you're suffering, but then there are other areas that you're strong. When something is not right, people tend to be drawn to that part. So let's just say, for instance, you have a beautiful tone, you have a beautiful voice, but your pitches are wrong, possibly because you don't know how to breathe properly, or possibly because you don't understand some technique. Well, the pitch being wrong is going to irritate the average listener to the point that they don't even focus on the fact that your tone is pretty good. So the reaction may be like, oh my God, okay, stop, that's horrible. These are reasons why I say, listen to yourself, get other opinions, and ultimately you definitely want to get a professional opinion, okay? Go to a vocal coach, go to a music teacher, go to a piano teacher, do something and then let them give you some professional feedback. These are ways to know that you have potential, all right? Now I want to talk about something a little deeper. Do you have potential to be successful and have longevity? These are two things you will hear me discussing quite often in this series. You may have the potential to be an incredible singer, but if you're a great singer and you do not have the potential to get along with people, to be professional, to be pleasant, to be likable, to be a team player, then that needs to be worked on. Be humble. Know that when you're going into this entertainment industry, that there are many, many, many people who do what you do. Most of them want to be the best. It's very competitive. So there will be egos at times. You don't want to be one. You want to be confident, but you don't want to have ego. You want to be pleasant. You want to be a team player. Please remember, you have to be a great follower before you can be a leader. You got to be a dope supporter before you can be a dope front person. I'm still learning. I still have people that I go to, and these are some of the people that will be coming on to this platform. I want to bring in some of the people who taught me and helped me, and I want them to help you as I'm helping you. This industry, there's good, bad, and ugly. We're going to address all of those things. I've never been one to not address whatever I see. And I'll explain to you in another episode why that is. God has blessed me to go through this career for 30-something years with a lot of success and a lot of great relationships. But never has he ever allowed me to feel like I have to have it. Never has he allowed me to feel like he would not provide for me regardless of what the situation is. And it's still that way to this day. Now I work for me. So there's no one that can intimidate me to say or to not say anything. That's why I'm creating this platform, so I can give you guys honest opinions of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So today we talked about potential. Next week, I got another great episode coming from you. It's going to start getting deeper, but I want to start off with the thing that most people start off with, and that's, do I have the potential? So I want to address that. Week 3, it starts to get juicy. So I hope that I was some help to you guys, understanding ways to know if you have potential or not. Hit the like on this if you like it and you want to see more content. Definitely subscribe. I appreciate the support. I want to continue to be able to help people on a weekly basis with sharing my 30 years of experience in this entertainment industry. You know, it's been great for me. I want to help it be great for you. Keep you from running into brick walls and making mistakes. And with that being said, again, hit the like button, subscribe, spread the word, share. I love you guys. God bless you.